What's up, Libra? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all my Libra friends here with me today. We are going to jump in and do a tarot spread for you in honor of this Pisces full moon. With full moons, we always like to focus on the energy that we can release that is no longer serving us, extra baggage we don't need to carry around any longer, as well as looking at the idea of embracing new cycles and new beginnings, what we should invest our time, our love, our emotions, our energy into. So, everything you want to know will be in the description box below, including the decks I'm using, as well as my social media channels. I welcome you to come into this with an open heart and an open mind. If something doesn't seem to fit your circumstance or scenario, you can release it. But also give it time. Give these messages some time to resonate with you. But ultimately use your intuition to separate the message that you feel are for your best and highest good. So we are going to hop in for my Libra friends. Got some birthdays coming up, right, Libra? Your season, it is upon us, just about. And there's your card. Awesome. Virgo just had this too, and it was all about a very heavy court case or something of that nature. It's a very heavy decision. So balancing the heart and the head. For you guys, I'm getting that this is actually your decision. For Virgo, it was the opposite. It was like they were waiting for someone. So maybe some of you are dealing with a Virgo. Wow. So underlying energy for this decision is the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Water, long-term happiness, the fairy tale ending. Some of you may be weighing out romantic partnership or potentially a job. If it isn't with a romantic partner, for some of you, you're weighing out between, an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a fellow air sign potentially, or a water sign. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or I'm also getting fire sign too. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sorry, I was being hit with a lot of that at once. So actually you have a lot of zodiac signs here. Maybe you're dealing with more than two people. Maybe you're dealing with multiple people. But yeah, you're looking at what decision, which way are the scales going to go in terms of my long-term happiness, my wish fulfillment, who or what is going to bring me the most joy in my life. You may be dealing with someone whose name starts with the letter A or potentially N. Maybe Nancy. Interesting. All right. Well, that's pretty cut and dry. It's a decision based in love and emotions. Do we need to know anything else for Libra? Why is this decision so tricky? I mean, it is ultimately what needs to be released, so a decision needs to be made is what I'm getting. Why is this decision that Libra is making so tricky? Knight of Cups. Because you want to move forward with some sort of love offer, but you're being very cautious. Interesting. The Fool card just showed itself. Wow. And the Ace of Water. And the Four of Cups. These are all significant. It's something about, obviously you don't want to make the wrong decision. It may be a decision to start anew, to go after the newer person, or maybe extend an offer to start a relationship. Libra, you had a reading that was all about just friends, the friend zone, right? It was Jesse's girl, that one. That might be popping up here again for you. So for those who are already with someone, that's why this decision is hard, is because I don't think you want to abandon what you've built together, this Three of Cups. But this Three of Cups is also speaking to me about third-party energy. So what potentially you're romanticizing, the idea of being with another person, there's two sides to the coin here. It's either saying that the relationship you're in right now, look, you're not happy with it. So it's like call a spade a spade. But there's also the idea, these are different messages, so please take what you feel is your message. There's also the idea of you're thinking that you're going to find more joy and happiness and fulfillment by looking outside of what you already have, by adding like a third party to the mix. Essentially what I'm saying is like by cheating on someone who you're already with. I mean, I can't advocate that personally, but I would just say, if you're thinking about this decision, rightfully so. But yeah, I mean, in terms of your long-term happiness, make sure you're looking out for those around you, that if you are going to drop like some sort of major bomb on someone that, hey, by the way, like I'm leaving, I'm not invested in this anymore, make sure you look before you leap. especially if you're going off to be with someone who's relatively new with this Ace of Cups. Yes, if it's relatively new, you're probably in that honeymoon stage where it seems really perfect. But this decision you're making it because you want long-term commitment. That's what this Ten of Cups is saying. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky energy. I actually understand why this decision is hard for you, because if you're going off to be with someone new and having to sever someone you've potentially been with for 3 years, for 30 years for some of you, because you have 4 cards of cups, make sure you're not making this decision completely based on like this swell of emotions you feel when you're with a certain person. Yes, that needs to be taken into account. But justice is sword energy, it's air energy, it's your card, Libra. Balance, intellect, the facts, the truth. For some of you, this might represent getting a divorce. Okay, so that makes sense. I'm almost getting go through the proper channels. Don't just look before you leap. Make sure you're making a decision that is very like grounded in, in some sort of factual knowledge or truth or evidence, data, statistics. It's not just this whimsy, oh, this person makes me feel like a kid again, I'm just gonna go off with them. And I am kind of getting cheating energy. I hate to say that. I don't like to say that unless it's prominent, but just be careful, Libra. There's some tricky energy here, okay? So that's what needs to be released. There's a lot going on there, but yeah, I overly emotional about some sort of decision, but you are looking for long-term stability. So come back down to reality, actually, is what I'm getting, because there may be things you're missing that are right in front of you. The person you're with and maybe thinking about leaving, they might already know. Potentially a fire sign that you're already with. Yeah, there's assessment there. They're already questioning if you're being faithful, if you're committed, or if there's a third-party energy. These are all aligning beautifully, Libra, to tell a more specific story. All right, what needs to be embraced? The Six of Wands. All right, so it's called the victory. How do we get a victory out of this dynamic? How is it a win? And I'm almost getting for the group. Something about, because it's like the leader in a parade, all eyes on you. I almost called you Leo. I wonder if you're dealing with a Leo. This is a Leo card. Libra. How can we come to some sort of agreement or conclusion or decision that's going to make everyone feel satisfied, or victory in some sense of the word? The underlying energy, okay, is the Nine of Air. Anxiety about some sort of decision that involves a lot of people or a lot of like moving parts and pieces. I am getting like a breaking away, flying away. So maybe some of you are wanting to exit a relationship that is no longer fulfilling, but what needs to be embraced is when you make this decision, when you ultimately release the indecision, because I think your emotions are getting the best of you, when you make a decision, can you do it in a way that doesn't burn anybody with fire, right? It's like a pun or a play on words there. That in some ways, everybody in this dynamic can be victorious in a sense. Nobody's left saddled with like anxiety, with bitter resentment, jealousy, lower vibrational thoughts with air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Can you do this in a classy way? Can you do this in a way where like no strings attached, or everything is dealt with? It's like there's no loose ends. That's the expression I was looking for. There's no loose ends. Everything has been tied up in a neat little bow as best you can. As best you can handle this relationship. Basically, this is saying, don't just slide out the back door. Be a stand-up guy. Be a stand-up girl. Deal with this maybe uncomfortable energy that you're not wanting to deal with. Conversation, right? You have some air energy here. Justice. Do it in a just way. So what is your advice or guidance? The Six of Pentacles, success. All right, well, you have 2 sixes, great energy. It's nice even numbers. Victory and success. do it in a way where there's some sort of reciprocity. For some of you, I don't know if you are going through some sort of legal case or court case, there may be some sort of money involved. If you're splitting assets or deciding, like, even if it's not even a court case, if you're breaking up with someone and you're doing that awkward thing of like, well, that's mine and that's yours and you can have those books, but I'm going to keep this. Interesting. So the underlying energy is the 4 of fire. All right. So a solid foundation. This is also almost like a pun or a play on words. You are coming off of a solid foundation, but there's equal ways to split things. So whether this is talking about your new relationship or potentially the old one, for a lot of you, I am getting the older one. Make sure, again, you're doing it, like, be a stand-up person about it. You're not just like taking shit and like sneaking off away. I don't know why I'm getting sneaking energy, but I am. And interestingly enough, this is a Pisces card. So something about secrets, and we are in that Pisces full moon. Secrets and moving away. Don't just like throw shit in your bag and throw it in your truck and go without telling your person. There needs to be like equal division. Again, so everybody feels satisfied. There are no loose ends or unwarranted feelings of like resentment, bitter, rage, jealousy, whatever. What's due to your person needs to go to your person, and vice versa. What's due to you, it's like you need to stand your ground and make sure that whatever has been built together, that you get whatever you've put into the relationship, you get back. And so, okay. So it may have to do with the tangible in terms of what you're splitting among the group, but it may also have to do with in a new relationship. Perhaps why you're not feeling satisfied is because I do want to say the emotions were not reciprocal. It wasn't a good match in terms of the amount of love that you were able to give and receive. There wasn't maybe enough passion that could stand the test of time. And clearly that's your mindset. You're thinking what's going to stand the test of time. So potentially this new relationship may be with a fire sign or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag. This is more in alignment with like soulmate energy, and there will be reciprocity. There will be equal give and take. You will get what you give, not just in terms of the tangible, but in terms of the passion, the love, whatever lights your fire. Your person is more in alignment with what your heart wants, which is actually really encouraging. So again, take only what resonates, but there's something about, well, actually, let me throw a clarifier on it. I was going to say there's something about the newer person that might be more in alignment with what you want. And I mean, that makes sense. These cards are indicating that the person or situation you're in currently is not making you happy. There's a good way to close out that cycle. Make sure you do it in the highest vibe possible. Again, if everyone can be the winner in some way, I know that's kind of a crude way of putting it, but yeah, strive for justice. Yeah, the 9 of Pentacles. Sometimes the single ladies card, the single man card, the self-made person, if you will. I do think going off on your own and maybe testing the waters with this new cup, with this new person, with this new job opportunity, it's going to grow over time. But yeah, there's something about this person feels more like home. You picture waking up in the morning and having them next to you. With the 4 of fire, it's just something about soulmate energy here is calling out to me, and reciprocity. And maybe it is with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, specifically a Virgo. And there was, I mean, you guys were showing up in Virgo's reading as well, so maybe you guys are dealing with a Virgo. All right, one last card for Libra, and then we will wrap it up. For my Libra friends, what else do they need to know? The presence of love will always cast out fear. Beautiful card. All right, Libra, let me know in the comments below what resonates for you in this spread. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will see you beautiful Libras next time. Bye, guys.